Hey, y'all. Welcome to episode 228 of Consignment Chats. Y'all, we've got some big news. We are expanding the family. We've got a birth announcement to make. I wonder what the gender is. You're going to have to hang tight and we'll reveal the gender in just a bit. But first, what?
I want to know what people think of that. Because are we adding a fourth? Is it a man? Is it a woman? Are we adding a whole trio? What are we doing?
What are we doing?
Or is it something totally different?
Are we moving? Are we leaving? It could be anything. The big news could be anything. We could be expanding this family to a whole different, we're moving to a different area.
We finally bought our compound.
We got our compound and we're all moving together in Utah to be near Jill.
This is how we break into Jill. There we go.
Yeah. Hey, Jill. We'll be there next week.
I mean, so put in the comments right now before you listen further. What do you think this expansion of our family is? I don't know. Let us know. Okay. But before we get to that, we got to talk about our week. Hey, y'all. Welcome to Consignment Chats. This is Molly, and I'll be joined by my co-hosts, Libby and Samantha. I need to hear from y'all because I had something really cool happen, but I usually start. So I want one of you to start.
I had nothing cool happen except hit all my metrics last week.
Yeah.
Items listed, number of items listed, sales amount, number of items sold, boom, 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 boom. And it was the first time in a long time that we hit every single metric and we were in the green for every single thing I measure. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
And she's done. There you have it.
Done.
When you say metrics, tell them about the 12-week year because you are tracking all of these things there.
Yeah. So, I mean, this was even in addition to the 12-week year. Like this was the overall business metrics. But yeah, it's 12-week year, the reseller intensive program we do every 13 weeks. If you want to join us and get some crazy, amazing results, it is linked up in the show notes. It is always available in our Patreon. You can only join at the beginning and then it closes. So at the beginning of every quarter, you might have an opportunity to hang with us for the next 13 weeks and hit your goals and set your tactics and see amazing results. So yeah, 12-week year is definitely pushing me forward. I would not have hit all those metrics without it.
Oh my gosh, me either. It's been a game changer.
Yeah.
Samantha, tell me about your week, girlfriend.
It was good. It felt good to get back in my office, get listening and do normal tasks and routines. So yeah, it was a good reset week. I'm feeling back into it, back into my business.
Vacation is over.
That's depressing. Yeah.
I did suffer from a very severe vacation hangover last week. So I was a little bit like extra celebrating that I hit those numbers because I had severe vacation hangover. It is hard to go from sunny South in North Carolina, Tennessee to my e-basement.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
Amen to that. It's been 50s and colder here. And I think I was in that hangover that, let's call it a slight depression, until like Friday. Like I got home on Sunday and I didn't really start really working and doing stuff until Friday. Friday, I was like, okay, I got to get out of this. Yeah, it was long week. Just because we miss Molly so much.
I know.
If it makes you feel any better, it's gray and rainy here today. Does that help at all? I mean, no,
a little bit.
It's gray and rainy here today. It's not all that. It's just not. So, all right. You want to hear a cool story? You know how we talk about we love what we do, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Well, cool story. I really had something happen over the last week and a half that just reminds us exactly why we love what we do. Now, I put out a video that you can watch on an estate, family estate, minister's estate, a priest's estate. I should have had the title in my head, but I don't have it right now.
I think it says minister. Yeah.
It says
Minister's
Episcopal
estate.
Minister's Estate Unboxed, Rare Finds and Family Reflections.
There
I just
you
happen
have
to have it up right now.
What?
Oh, wow. It
It's
must
like
be that
you read my mind.
in one star.
So I put that out. I shared, but I've been listing some of these estate items over time because, you have so much stuff. We all have our money mountains and the money mountains. And because it's family, if it were a not family, I would have been like, I got to get it listed this week, got to get their stuff up. But when I took this estate, I took it with the agreement with the family that over time, I will get the items up. Yes, send me with a truckload of stuff. And over time, I'll get them up. And that was fine. So I've been putting a few things up here, putting a few things up there. Well, there's a lot of religious-based items. And one of them were, I sold the cufflinks. These are Alabama Diocese, Episcopal Diocese of Alabama cufflinks. And in the listing, I put that they were from a minister's estate. And I got a message from a gentleman who purchased them. And he said it was okay that I read and tell this story. So I have permission. Thank you, David. He says, from your eBay store, I purchased a pair of cufflinks, Episcopal Diocese of Alabama seal, identified as coming from the estate of an Episcopal priest. I am an Episcopal priest serving a parish in Alabama and write to inquire if you have other items from this estate. Thank you in advance for your response. So I responded and told him, yes, there will be other items coming, that I will get those up over the course of time, blah, blah, blah. And thank you so much for your kind message. And I told him that I would be creating this video within the next week that has one of the priest's sons voiceover talking about him and the family and the estate. And I would let him know when that is up. So he said he'd be very interested and can't wait and blah, 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 right? So then I posted the video and I hadn't even gotten a chance to share the link and I get a message. So he was clearly anxiously awaiting this video because I hadn't even shared the link with him yet. And he sends a message. Loved watching the unpacking video and delighted to know the cufflinks I purchased belong to the very Reverend Harry H. Pritchett! ! I didn't know him personally, though have been aware of and an admirer of his for a long time. I watched his funeral at All Saints on YouTube and reread his book memoir, Morning Run, afterward.
Wow.
All the more knowing this connection, I shall treasure the cufflinks. Please do let me know if anything particular is located that would have use to a priest from this estate. Thank you for directing me to your channel to see the recording and to hear the Reverend Pritchett's son's reflections. Warmly, the Reverend David Hodnett. So then he sent me one about a college classmate who wants to collect. If you watch that video, there's a University of Alabama yearbook. So he asked me about that and then asked if I could somehow get a link to all of the items from this estate, which I'm creating and getting to him. So anyway, I told him I was happy he enjoyed it and how I would handle all that. And then I'll get more up and can I use his name on videos if I do a regroup. He says his final message to me was, thank you so much for all of this, Molly, and especially your thoughtfulness. I particularly appreciate your sharing my message with the Pritchetts. That was the other thing I said. I'm sharing all this with the family. And also am pleased for you to share however you wish of the messages with your audience, in parentheses, which happily now includes me. I look forward to hearing from you and receiving the link. We'll alert my friend in Tuscaloosa about the yearbook so that he too can be watching eBay and YouTube. Warmest wishes, David. So
wow,
this is just right. Like I've chills again.
Mm-hmm.
And I called Doug and Poppy and I put them on speaker and I read through all of these and they were beyond thrilled. I mean, in the video that I put out, you'll hear Doug talk about how much he loves the idea that somebody's going to love these treasures and what that will mean. And for me to be able to, within a week of putting that video out, share this with him, like it's already happening. Like here it is, they were thrilled. And I got a message from him last night that he sent the link to his sister and brother, and they just loved the video. And so they've asked for his contact information. So I think they're actually going to connect with this priest. And it's,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
Wow. Yeah, that's why we do what we do. And the video is so beautiful. The way you did it, it was really just heartwarming and touching. Like, if you guys have not watched the video, it is absolutely linked up in the show notes. Go check it out. It's just, if you need a reminder of why you do what you do, or the amazing things and connections that can happen, this is it.
This is it. Yeah.
If you're not a reseller and you're watching this and you're thinking, well, why would I consign my stuff with somebody else? Also, go watch the video.
Yeah. I mean, it literally, the fact that he's got Harry's cufflinks and he's going to treasure those, and now knowing who it's from, like he knows that this is a man that he's admired for years while going through his, stay. So yeah, it made my week. I mean, it's still making me do nothing but smile every time I think about it. So I told Nick we might have to road trip to Alabama, because I have a feeling there's some very large pieces of artwork he might want when I list them. So I'm thinking like I should get Doug and Poppy, and we take like a long weekend and we road trip to David's and hand deliver some of these items if he purchases them. I don't know. You know how my brain goes. Yeah. I'm all about what's the next vacation.
Right? Yeah, right? I don't even know how you brought it around to that, but girl, you did.
Sounds like a write-off to me. I like it. There you go.
Anyway,
so beautiful. Awesome.
Beautiful. All right. Anything else going on this week that happened that y'all want to share about? Any favorite sales, or are we going to reveal?
Well, garage sales started. I went to like one Saturday. That was pretty cool. No, I went to two. I bought stuff at one. And then Thursday, Bill and I went out of town because he had a doctor's appointment. And there were two on a Thursday in that town, which that town's 10 times smaller than mine. So that was weird. But I don't think I bought anything in any of them. I went thrifting, and there's a couple of thrift stores over there. So I got stuff there that I will do an unboxing on, the things I thrifted on the trip.
You better.
But I also got a phone call. So we don't have any service, like maybe one bar in some sketchy spots between here and there. And it's over 2 hours away. So I didn't have any service from here to there. So I get to Manistee, and I have missed messages and missed calls from Miss Molly. And why were you calling me on my day off, Molly? I specifically blocked the whole day. Samantha unavailable, terrible phone service. Like, leave me the F alone. Why were you calling? What did you do?
We might have expanded the family.
Surprise!
Surprise!
Because they were making big decisions while I was out of town. Big decisions.
And y'all, she's still trying to process it. I'm not going to lie.
I really am.
To process it. She's still trying.
The reasoning behind it is brilliant, though. So
it makes sense. It makes sense.
Here's the reveal, y'all. What is it? What gender is it?
We are adding Finder Slippers Resale Podcast on here. We'll have 6 of us every week. That's not what's happening.
That is not what's happening, although we'll have them again as guests because we do love them. But no. We have created a sister channel to Consignment Chats. Why? Why?
Thrift, find, flip. Go look it up and subscribe now. Or
do it
linked
now.
Up in the show notes. But
yeah,
why?
It'll be linked everywhere.
It'll be linked everywhere. It's our new baby. We're so proud. We're so proud.
I have to keep saying the name of it over and over again. I keep calling it her. Like, or just
thrift, find, flip. Thrift, find, flip. And y'all, there is no gender for this. It is just going to be awesome. So why? Why, we ask? Why? Well, one of the reasons why is because part of my 12-week year task one of my tasks in my 12-week year goals was to educate myself on the growth of YouTube every week. And so I've been doing that in different ways, watching YouTube videos, listening to experts, reading things, and just trying to figure some things out. And one of the big things that I kept getting was, if your channel has too much on it of different kinds of videos, the algorithm doesn't know what to do with that. Mm-hmm. So we have a lot on our channel because we are constantly creating for all of you whatever we think you need or want to hear, because that's what we love to do. We love to give our people what they want. We love to give you education. We love to give you fun. We love to give you events. We love to give you all of that. Travels. We love to give it all. But we needed to find a way to divide that. So birthed a sister channel where all of our sourcing items, Samantha's unboxings, Nick and I and our thrifting, our estate sales, all of that fun stuff where we go out and find items to sell is all going to be on that channel.
Thrift, find, flip. And I don't even know why my face is on the logo now that I'm thinking about it, because I don't do any of those videos.
Well, you do some every now and then. Come on now. Yard sales season.
There's our clickbait. Molly and I are leaving Libby. We're separating. We have our own channel. She can have her business stuff. We're going to go thrifting.
Should I rebrand now, Samantha? Time to rebrand.
Just put like a little, just put a big red X over my face on the
a circle with a slash.
Yeah.
It'll have to be pink, because this was the one thing Samantha wasn't part of, that Libby's like, well, you gotta do branding for it in a brand kit. And I was like, okay,
I love it.
Can I please just add a hint of pink? I just really, I need a hint of pink. It drives me nuts. I don't have pink in any of our logos because I love pink. So I got permission to add a hint of pink to the brand kit of this particular channel. Yes, I'm happy.
So, well, I just want to say, she's calling me. They're talking to me. They're like, oh, we decided, majority rules. Well, anytime one of us says no to something and the other two agree, or we're not, next time Libby leaves town and Molly and I, majority rule. That's what? That's not works.
That's why you have three, so that you can always get decisions made.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Believe me, I'm like, I want to leave town. I'd want to just like go and let you guys do your thing and come back and be like, all right, this is the way it is.
There's our logo. Oh, look at us.
We're so cute.
Aren't we cute?
I do love the colors. I love it.
Yeah. So poor Samantha was like, Libby's like, okay, poor Samantha. Every time we do something without her, we're like, we're going to rebrand. We go to FlipCom. We're going to rebrand.
My first
is better than to leave us alone and turn on and not have cell service. Like, come on.
My first response, I'm like, we're supposed to wait 3 days before we make any major decisions. I've been gone for 4 hours.
You know how persuasive she is, Samantha. You know how persuasive she is.
Meanwhile, the channel's made. I've already got the logo set, the colors. I'm ready to roll. We've got the cover page. Yeah, we were jamming on it.
And so. I was the voice here after my whole scolding over the 12-week year thing. How I just went rogue. I was like, I don't think this is a good idea. I don't know. Molly's like, I'll take responsibility for it. I'm like, she's not going to believe you. She's going to think I'm behind this. This is something that I would do.
Yes. Well, but your 12-week year rogue thing was you alone, though. That was you alone.
It was me alone. I did not have a majority. I totally screwed up. Yeah.
So anyway, the funny thing was, she said, oh my gosh, Samantha's going to just absolutely freak out over this. And I'm like, no, I think she'll be okay. I think she'll be all right. It just makes sense. And is she okay? Are you okay, Samantha?
I'm okay. I figured out why you like the logo colors so much. They match our Dirty Diane hats.
How about that?
There we go.
Yeah.
Be fearless. Fearless Living Fund.
There you go. Yep.
So what are we going to have on this channel? We're going to keep our regular weekly podcasts and the daily vlog I do, Reseller Reflections. That's going to remain on the Consignment Chats channel. We're going to veer that more toward educational weekly episodes, community
tutorials.
So I was going to say our tutorials. We're going to have to Consign Cloud's doing some big changes, so we're going to have to roll out a bunch of tutorials on that. Yeah. We need some Vendu tutorials from you guys.
Yep.
Hey, so they'll
guys, let us know in the comments, what tutorials would you like from us? I mean, we love to make tutorials and teach things. What are you looking for? Do you want some photo room? Do you want some Canva? Do you want, what platforms would you like tutorials? Things on eBay, Poshmark. What do you want? Let us know. We got you covered. We love to do them.
I know our vacation ones are super popular. Like we have how to put your store on vacation for every platform. And those are
I should
also, you know what other ones people watch a lot are the eBay to social media ones, like eBay to Instagram or eBay to Facebook.
Those I do need to update that because eBay has now made it so it's automated to Facebook.
Oh, so we need a 2.0. Oh.
We do, because I've been using it for the last few weeks. I wanted to try it before I showed everybody about it, and I really like it.
All right.
Yeah.
So that's
good tutorials over there.
So we'll have the tutorials still on Consignment Chats, and then we'll have unboxing and thrifting and all things that side of it over there. So my thought too is we do our Wednesday live on Consignment Chats. That's not going to change. We'll still show what we're listing that day. We're still going to talk about things that we found that week, still talk about flips and all that stuff. But then it's still more of like the community and the business part of it. My weekly unboxings, which I need to get back into, I haven't done them in a couple weeks. I'm wondering if I should do them live. If Molly is going to be posting videos about thrifting and YouTube loves, regular lives, I wonder if I should do like a Thursday night live or something unboxing. I don't know.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's something to think about. Again, let us know in the comments, y'all. Would y'all like to see that live?
And go like and subscribe. Thrift, Find, Flip. Blah, blah. There you go. Put the logo up. Thrift, Find, Flip. Go like and subscribe so that we can build the channel enough to go live and do all the things and bring you these things. We have videos up there you can watch. So go enjoy
There's
it.
some up there and
get us rolling here.
I'm in the process of moving them over. There's, I think, 4 or 5 of them that'll be out, or maybe even 6 this week that are scheduled to go out. So it'll be building, and I've got new ones coming out. So
you all can assist in the birth of this new channel.
Yes, you'll be babysitters. You'll be part of the care and raising. It takes a village to raise.
Takes a village.
We need your village to help raise this child up.
We have a pretty good village, so I think this is going to be an awesome baby. Yeah.
So for those of you, watching us on YouTube, click the link below. We have it linked up. Go and sub. For those of you on podcast, when you go into YouTube, please, even if you never watch it, please go sub to us because you might want to someday. Go over, use the @ and then Thrift, Find, Flip, all one word, and that will give you our channel because it is so new and small and fresh. It's a little harder to search for. So,
and I'm going to add on.
Find, Flip.
I'm going to add on to our podcasters. When you do that, just double check that you've also already subscribed to @Consignment Chats on YouTube, because I know that we have a lot of people in our community on Facebook, a lot of people that watch our videos weekly that still aren't subscribed. There are so many people that watch, but they don't ever hit that subscribe. And it really helps us if you just hit that subscribe. That's it.
Yeah. What are you guys even doing if you're not liking and subscribing and hitting the thumbs up and doing all the things? Get over there. Do it, please.
All right. So, why do we source and thrift? Why?
Are you making me role play? I rarely source and thrift because this is just a terrible role play, Molly.
No, but for you, it's a good example because why do you, the person who does not like to source and thrift, why do you do it?
Mm-hmm.
I like to add to my inventory and, spice things up a little bit, keep it interesting. Yeah. And sometimes, I do like going to estate sales. I just find it hard to have the time to be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So and you know what? The profit margin can be a lot higher on those items. If I'm picking out specific things that I know will sell and will sell for the amount that I want my, average sales price to be, then yeah, that's good. Why do you source, Molly? I think that's the question we all should be asking.
I don't think anybody needs to ask that question. She's obviously highly addicted to it.
My psychologist says.
I think we all know why she does it.
First of all, I just have always loved to shop, period. I mean, and it's not about shopping for me. Ever. I mean, I loved Christmas shopping for family. I love birthday shop. I just love to shop. And as I got more and more into the secondhand world, it has that much more meaning to shop those items. I love finding the really cool, unique items. I love the hunt. I love the search. I don't know. I love it. But for me, business-wise, it gives me more control over my inventory, over my price point, I don't know. I just have more control.
She's addicted and she craves control. This is really unraveling for her.
This is going to go deep. We got to take this over to Reseller Reflections because I am going to take you apart, baby.
But I love getting consigned items and unboxing and not knowing what's in there. That is fun to have the surprise. But I also love the seeking the items out, the adrenaline of, am I going to get there? Am I going to get it? And I don't always get what I want. You'll see in the videos that I am a planner. So I plan ahead for all of my sales. If it's an estate sale, those are much easier to plan because you know what you're looking for. You can look through the pictures, find them, go ahead and comp them and know, okay, I want this item. And Nick and I go as a team. So that's always a wonderful thing because I can give him a job and I have a job and we just go in and separate.
And you talk about that on some of your videos too. So if you guys are interested in the best way to do estate sales and get some tips and tricks into getting the good stuff,
it's fun.
I think it's a great place to start.
It's also a great way to meet other people who do what we do. It seems like every week we meet a new person who does what we do, and it's fun, and they get excited to hear about what we're doing. Samantha's making buffaloes run.
Sorry.
But she's typing on her computer for those listening. When she types on her keyboard, it's like a herd of buffaloes, which I haven't heard in a while, which I guess is because y'all made me wear my speakers. Molly doesn't always get what she wants. That's right. But,
usually she does.
But I always come out with some goodies. That is the thing. I always come out with goodies. In fact, the episode that I released this week is about that. I went for one thing and I come out with some goodies. Did I get what I want? I don't know. But I came out with some goodies.
Yeah, I agree about the control thing. Most of my business is consignment. I have, 9 months out of the year, 8 months, we don't have garage sales. I'm in such a rural area that I would have to travel hours away for estate sales. We occasionally have them here, but they're not run by a company. They're run by, the lady next door that said she'd help that guy sell all his stuff. We have auctions, a whopping 1 or 2 a year in my town, maybe. Otherwise, again, I have to drive an hour or two away. And they're only once a month or twice a month. And so it's very hard for me to source consistently any other way other than consignment. Consignment is my consistency. It's my bread and butter. It's my thing. However, I do love an auction. I love going there. I love doing all that stuff. I just can't dedicate all the time to it all the time. So it's like a little treat to be able to go with my husband and my daughter and drive 3 hours away and go on a thrifting trip and actually source like the rest of you do with that live in cities. And to go with the girls. And when I go down, with Molly and stuff, and we get to go to estate sales, we get to do whatever. Because I've only ever been to real estate sales with you guys. Like, it's just not a thing up here. So it's nice to be able to do that once in a while, but I'm not gung-ho, like I have to hit every garage sale every Saturday, or I'm not going to have any inventory, because even if I hit every garage sale every Saturday, I wouldn't have any inventory.
Yeah, and I mean, I love the fact that you're doing the consignment unboxings and showing, because some people consider consignment a dirty word. I mean, even resellers, like I don't think they realize the quality that you can get and the fun things that you can get like from consignment. Like, it has a bad rap.
My biggest flip, which maybe we should edit now that we're putting it over to another channel. But my biggest flip came out of my very first consignment unboxing video. And it was that quilt. Who would have known that as I'm unboxing, stuff like this and household goods and whatever, that I would take out an antique quilt that's, got the signature stuff on it and all the, and then later flip it for a couple $1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Woo-woo. That was awesome.
The people need to know consignment is not a dirty word. I think that should be your theme. Consignment is not a dirty word.
But I'm the queen of dirty words.
I know. As I was saying it, I'm like, that just doesn't fit.
It's not fitting at all. At all. At all. No.
Is that why we have find and flip on the we had to have multiple F words? Is that why?
Yeah. Yep. Look, I was just like, no C's. Whatever we do, no C's. I consignment chat, C chat. I'm all C'd out.
Yeah.
If somebody has a list for something, it'd still be thrift, find, flip. I mean, we could do both. It's all.
Thrift, find, flip with C chats. That's us, y'all. That's us. So yeah.
This is so exciting to be able to bring this to people and share. And of course, the beautiful story you told at the beginning of this episode about that full circle ministers unboxing is available on the new channel. So go check that out if you do nothing else. Like, that is such a beautiful video. Just, will warm your heart and just,
thank you.
I'm glad restore your faith that way in reselling.
That's another beautiful part of consignment, is just being able to have, you have it right there in that consigner's words during the video, but to be able to have those stories of like, sometimes it can be a bad thing if they're like, well, that was my great grandpa's and it's da-da-da. And you're like, well, there's, 17 million other of them for sale and that doesn't mean anything. But most of the time it is nice to be able to say, hey, this lamp is pretty cool. Do you know where it came from? And being able to have that and go over stuff with people, you don't get that when you pick stuff up at a thrift store. Like,
True. Very true. Very true.
Everybody go like thrift, find, flip, and consignment chats. Do it all right now.
Now. Also, want to let you know that this week, as we're ending this video, make sure if you are not part of our Patreon that you jump in there and join for free at minimum, because Friday we start a Listapalooza.
Listapalooza week. Listapalooza week.
Yes. My business needs this.
Listapalooza, quick, what it is. It is starting on Friday the 16th. It will go through Tuesday the whatever-teenth.
Right.
And it is a free business boosting challenge where we list as many as you can list in a day. We have prizes. We open our co-working room. We do all kinds of fun things for people. And it's all free and prizes. How do you beat free and prizes and listing and building your business? What?
And it is all about community. If you list one thing, if you list 1,000 things, we don't care. We want you in there, and we want you support it, and we want you supporting others. And it does not matter how many. So don't say I only work one of those days. If you're listing one thing, Samantha's arm is broken. Take it away, Samantha.
Libby keeps talking.
I was making a point.
It was a good point. It was a good point. But I have prizes. So I have some of these bags to give away. I actually have like a lot of them. I have an eBay gift card that I can send someone. Yeah.
We love to give away prizes.
I have eBay Lego sets. They are not Lego, but they're the same. But they're the
you
same
get zeroed for that. Careful.
I know, but I have eBay brick sets. How about that?
And they're awesome.
So,
and had she given me enough warning, I would have had mine at the desk to show you. But
I just thought about it.
I win
Head over and join our group if you want to see it. I'm sure we'll be showing it off at some point.
I keep forgetting about Listapalooza because Samantha, when would you like to have Listapalooza? Well, I'd like to have it at the beginning of June. Great, we're going to do it next week. I have a lot going on, guys. Wow. A lot going on. But no, it's great. We had to do it quickly because our people, our community is like
have been begging.
Yelling. They're like yelling at us. They went from begging to yelling.
They were begging 3 weeks prior to Nashville. Yeah. Then it got to yelling. Yeah. So, and we couldn't wait till the summer because then, people go on vacation. So we got
there was rioting probably going to happen. So we really had to do it quickly. So
how our people get. You know how our people get.
They're a rowdy bunch.
Yep. So, Libby, it's funny what you were saying because all that you just said, I said on a video that I put in the event on Facebook this morning. I said, whether you are list one a day or 150 a day, this is for everyone, whether you're part-time, full-time. So
all right, I'm going to come off my social media diet, get on over there and interact never a part of y'all. Anything. Fine.
Hop in, but we do have the event on Facebook. That is a good place to invite other resellers because it's for everybody. But we ask that the main place you do is go join our free Patreon because that is where most everything is tracked and kept, and you won't miss any of the free events that we have going on during it when you join Patreon. So
we have not fully discussed prizes as a threesome here yet. However,
it's on my list.
There's usually prizes. If you're not already a paid member of our Patreon, we will give some of those away. If you are a paid member, Patreon's weird about their gift cards. We learned that last time. So we might maybe just have like some Visa gift cards sort of in there.
We're gonna mix it up.
One thing I can guarantee you we will have, because we do get full on rights if we don't, are Starbucks gift cards.
Oh,
Shar will she'll be after us if we don't do Starbucks gift cards.
Oh, and I can't even compete now, and I could have got a flat white. Dang it.
I know. You're fine. Dadgummit. Libby says she can't compete. Trust me, she's all in. Her numbers are huge on these, which she means she can't win prizes, but her numbers still count.
Yeah. Oh, I'm competing. Don't get me wrong.
And the bragging rights just between the three of us. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
However, we do promote this as a non-competitive community growth together thing. Yes, we do, but the three of us go at it behind closed doors. We're like,
did you see people that challenge each couple people that like to challenge each other? Ooh.
Oh, look at you throwing the balloons for Listapalooza over there. Yeah, we do. We got Vanessa and Shar. They like to go at it to get up there. It's fun. It's all in good fun, though. It's all in good fun.
And it is for brick and mortar as well as online reselling. We've said it before. We'll say it again. We've had brick and mortar people win and be in our top as well. But yeah, we calculate things a little bit differently for you guys because your process is different, but everybody's included. So we'll make posts. We want everybody to know, like, are you a hybrid? Are you whatever? We'll work with you. We want to make it as fair as possible, but we want everybody in here. Everybody.
Bring them on.
It was fun in some of the co-working rooms last time because some people were in their brick and mortar and like they'd mute and take care of a customer, and you kind of got to see a little bit of how they work. So that was neat. I enjoyed that a lot.
I will promise to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
What? Yeah.
Yep. Well, censored. She has to
And
censor
I
herself.
have to censor myself.
Because normally people are in a brick and mortar.
Normally it's everybody alone in their little offices at home, and their husbands are like, wow, she's got a mouth on her. But now I have to make sure that, like, you know, their customers don't hear that.
So I understand what you're saying. I just am like, what are you really going to be able to do that? That's my what?
Can she do it?
We have a lot to do to get ready for Listapalooza, so I gotta fly. I gotta choose us out of here because I got a lot of work to do.
This was fun. Congratulations.
Go introduce yourself to our new baby, and until next time,
cheers.
Where's your face?
I made coffee, and then Bill made coffee. There's my face.
Thank you for joining Libby, Molly, and Samantha, the ladies of Consignment Chats, as we grow your reselling business. For all things Consignment Chats, visit us at consignmentchats.com and join our free private communities on Facebook and/or Patreon.